Welcome to the Bougie Black Brother Network. Good evening and welcome to Urban Lifestyle Cafe. I'm Michael, your bougie black brother, and I'm here with my wife and co-host Alicia.
Hello.
So we finally got done with our TV series, Netflix TV series, Master of None, second season, because we didn't do the first season. Don't know how we missed it, but we didn't do the first season, which I really loved, because if you don't know who Aziz Ansari is, he used to be on Parks and Recreation. And one of my favorite characters on there, the little Indian boy that
Who dressed his ass off.
Trying to be the coolest, always hung out, just funny as hell. He did some writing on there. He did a whole lot of different things. But
He is adorable.
he's just the funniest, cute guy, but really just cool as hell.
Yes, he is.
So they gave him
his own show
on Netflix.
On Netflix, yep.
So I was like, and he did some stand up too, and I was like, I don't know how good he is as stand up, but I didn't see that. But I said, let's just check out the show. So last year we checked it out, and not only was it great, and other people thought it was great. I think he won a Golden Globe. And one of the series won awards too.
Yeah, because it was him, and then there was the Asian guy,
who's the co-creator with him,
and then there was the black woman who's gay.
Yeah, and I think she wrote one of the series. So
and they all won.
Yep. So which made it was just an amazing what you call it. I always look at it like, wait a minute. Let's see what he's talking about. And we just saw a movie called The Big Sick, which was a Pakistani Muslim, right?
Yep.
And which was a comedian based on a true story. So this was kind of slightly based on a true story of his story as well, being a comedian in New York with his parents. And this is crazy because his parents actually plays his parents on the show. So he put his true parents on there, and they're hilarious. If that's who they were, you can tell how he gets his personality from, because they're hilarious.
I know. His father is some kind of doctor.
Yeah, he's some kind of doctor. You know, again, Indians and Pakistanis, they supposed to you supposed to grow up and be a doctor or whatever, or a lawyer, or one of the two. So, but he has a series about him being a comedian, trying to make it in New York. But again, he falls into the same scenario of Muslim culture, Indian culture,
right,
of how the type of people he should be dealing with, and how he should pray, and how he should be doing certain things based on the actual the culture.
Right.
So the first season was about getting to know him, getting to know his family, getting to know his friends, and him falling in love with, hence, the white girl again. So, but again, he's hilarious. So the scenarios that he put himself under throughout this whole show was amazing. And then you can imagine just hanging out with him, because he has a childlike personality at times, but then he's clever and he's witty and smart at the same time. So it's even hard, even when he does the stupidest shit, it's hard to get mad at him, because he's just one of those adorable guys that be like, he's so crazy, blah, 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 blah. But he's just an amazing writer and performer, and he kind of really stands out. And in the scenario that he put himself in, I just think he did a really good job on the first series. What did you think about the first season, rather, not the first series?
I really liked it. I mean, it wasn't, when I think of him, I think of him on on
Parks and Recreation.
Yes, and his character is just totally different from that. He's not, on Park and Recreation, he was a fast talker.
And he always tried to get over trying to sell you something.
This one was like, he's really cool. He was trying, he was funny. He still was doing crazy shit.
Yep.
And so, which is funny, was it this episode? No, it was this year episode, season, where I love this year's season.
So
I love this year's season.
This one, I think he really stretched himself to say, I'm going to be creative. I think because he got awards for the first one, he was like, "Oh, I'm going to do something different. I can do some stuff now."
Yeah, because I like the part where he's like, "I eat pork." I love that.
Yeah, so
that was hilarious.
So
that's hilarious.
His parents, again, this is why it was kind of, we tried to look at Master of None and then The Big Sick at the same time, and these are Muslim families. So he continuously told his family that, no, I don't eat pork. And, no, I got to go and pray. I got time. So when his cousin showed up with his parents, his cousin was like, "Oh, you telling me you don't pray? I don't pray sometime too." He said, "But I eat pork." And he took them out, and they was eating pork. They went to a pork festival, and they was just eating pork like crazy.
And then he's like, "Wait a minute, who's that? Is that your father?"
That's your dad. Oh,
like, that's like Duck. That was like really cool because we know how it is. You're Muslim, you don't eat pork.
Yeah, you don't, and you better not be seen.
And then
pork.
They didn't pray. He's like, "I'm not praying. I don't pray."
He's like, no, I tell them that I'm going and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So it was.
You can't tell them nothing. They don't need to know, which was really. It's like,
so you can imagine that's occurring. The big thing with him, he's such a funny guy though. When he's in the room, you laugh. He makes you comfortable. Mm-hmm. He does silly things just to make you laugh, and not as a clown. Sometimes he'll do clownish things. Sometimes he'll say witty things. Sometimes he's just so good at the way he does it. And the show that he created with his boy, the Asian guy, was great because he gave his Asian friend a portion of the series, remember?
His
so
father.
Let's jump into the second one. So the Asian guy, Alan Young, or I forget his name, but Alan Yang. I said Young. Alan Yang. So he gave him a portion of one of them that wrote about his father who was seeing different women. And he was like, I got to tell you. And he was so bland. And he was like, I got to tell you, I'm seeing someone. He was like, "Oh, good, Dad." He said, "Yes, but I'm seeing someone else." And he was like, "Oh, okay." He said, "But I don't know what I should do." So his father was dating a black woman with a dog. So he liked the black woman, but he liked the dog a whole lot. And then he liked the Asian woman because she cooked, and then she cooked some special meal, and he was like, I can't break up with her either.
Yeah, because I think it's a noodle soup.
Yeah, some kind of noodles. He was like, "Oh, this is just amazing." So, and it just showed multiple cultures that was going on in there. He had another unique episode. If your scene it's a French movie or Italian called The Bicycle Thief. So once he broke up with his girl from New York, he moved to Italy to learn pasta, how to make pasta. So when you first see it, it's a black and white. And he's riding through the actual city on a bicycle.
Yep, yeah.
And, hence the bicycle thief. But his bicycle wasn't stolen. It was his cell phone. So he had an iPhone, but he didn't have. And see, it's so crazy. Then it'd be like, even the cop said, "Do you have Find My iPhone?" He said, "No, the rates are ridiculous." He said, "Hey, yeah, so that's pretty good for you, huh? That worked out really well."
Yep.
So, but he was like, "Come on, what's going on?" So it was really cool, but he based that episode on a bicycle thief, but relating it to the phone. But it moved on from there, and he met some woman from, what was it? She was from London,
no,
but she was
from Italy.
No, the black woman that he met. She was from London.
She was from London. Yeah.
Yeah, and she came and visited, but he's supposed to go see her, but he left her number.
Forgot it on her phone.
Yeah, it was on the phone, and then when it was stolen, so
couldn't
he
get
lost
contact
that.
with her.
But throughout the whole story, it was an Italian girl that was with her family in the Italian pasta place. And as soon as he was done learning pasta, he went back to New York. And then a whole different scenario starts all over again with him dating and the different people he was dating. His best friend, who was a DJ, he's a crazy, like 6'8" goof. That, and they just like children together. But the characters that he brings toward there, he has one of his other good friends. She's a lesbian.
Yeah, she is.
And they had a whole episode on her, how he used to go to their house
their
for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, they were like brother and sister.
And he would go over there.
And her moms and her aunt and her grandmother all know him because he was like they hung out there.
He's the little brown boy, but he was part of the family. So he had to be with them. Mm-hmm. So he always showed up there. And there was a episode with that. And he created small episodes with him being either totally in it or just a part of it. And he highlighted other people. And the story was around them with him in it, or the story was him with them around him. Mm-hmm. So he did so many different things. And I think it was 10 episodes? It was 10 episodes. It wasn't that many. But they were all brilliant. He did one. Remember the one we enjoyed too? They wanted to see a movie. So all his friends wanted to see a movie. Yes. So they started talking about a movie, and they went somewhere, and then there was a girl who was deaf, and then
it was like
her story started.
Yeah, it's like it trickled. It touched each other in some way.
Right.
And so
it was like the doorman, and then the taxi driver, and then the deaf girl.
Yeah.
Then who else? It was somebody else. Taxi driver, the deaf. So it was multiple characters, but they all wind up being at the one movie that everybody wanted to see, and they all came together at that one movie theater, and it ended on that point. But you saw multiple stories that led up to being in the movie. So great writing in there too. It's just the writing I thought was really, really extra special, because the way he kind of took it to a different level, it was amazing. And the guy is so funny. So if you think about who he is and what he does, it's just hilarious. But back to the one Italian girl. So he had Italian friends.
Yeah.
And one of them was the one girl that was there, but she had a boyfriend since she was in the teenagers for about 10 years?
Yep.
For about 10 years. But they all hung out together and they was having fun. But he always traveled and they always had fun together. And then one other guy. Then when he got back with his old friends. But he always traveled. Her boyfriend always traveled to the States and brought her there. But he never had the time for her because he was doing his business.
And so, and that's when they started hanging out.
Yeah,
they were best friends. They were hanging out in Italy anyway.
But you saw it when he left. She was kind of like, wow, he's leaving. So you saw a little glimmer in her eye. But when they started hanging out, it was kind of like, yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, between them, you wasn't sure.
So there was another portion that, remember, he got a job as a cupcake thing. He was a cupcake host. But the big guy that was in charge, a chef, which was like really crazy and really apropos of what's going on right now, was the sexual harassment and everything.
Because they had a TV show together.
Yeah, so he said, we're going to do a TV show, what is it? Best Food Friends.
Yes, Best Food Friends.
BFBs. BFF. Best Food Friends. So they created that, and they would go around the world eating different foods, and they was trying to promote it, but all the time they was there was one makeup artist, right? Mm-hmm. That, Aziz was friends with. But all of a sudden, she disappeared. And he was like, hey, what happened with that? And the new makeup guy was like, I don't know. He said, tell me more about it, Fred. My name ain't Fred. Oh, you just new here. He said, I've been working here for years. He's like, oh. So anyway, come to find out he was harassing her, and that's not the only one he was harassing. So
there was some other women he did. They got on the TV show.
They got on what's her name show?
What's her name? Gosh,
I forget her name.
I forgot her name too.
The one that was on the Cosby Show.
Yeah.
It's the light skinned, fat face baby girl. But anyway, so when they was on the show, right before the show, they were listening to actually the news, and Aziz, he was like, whoa, I don't think this is true. He was like, look, this is what is heard. Don't let him know. Just get on the show and don't say anything. And so he was on the show, and they was like, yo, so y'all best friends? He was like, no, I don't know him that well. And they was like, no, y'all really close and close. Nope. We're just part of a showmate, and everything is one way or another. Her name is Raven. Yeah, her name was Raven. I think she actually had a show, but yeah, so Raven something. But while they was actually Raven. Talking, actually was talking, Raven went off stage doing a break, and then they told her, hey, look, these are these allegations against this guy. And so she fronted them on there, and he was like, I'm off this stage, and they was booing him. And then Aziz was standing there like, I have nothing to do with him.
Yep, I didn't have nothing to do with it.
And they
I
was
didn't
like,
even know
yeah. So they was dogging him too. So, which was really crazy. But in between that, him and the Italian girl was going out, and he finally wanted to let her know how much he cared about her. And she said, I do care about you, but I'm engaged. You know, this is just wrong. This is just wrong. And the good thing is, throughout the whole series, it picked up. It didn't stop and then finish. It was just slowly building.
He was building that relationship, building it within there. And I love the way it flowed. You know, it was a beautiful flow to the show because it almost like never missed a beat from when you watch it the previous show. So if you watch it, I mean, it was just really nice how it flowed and how it ended.
Yep. And then remember his best friend, while they were still in Italy, he came over to Italy, and one of his ex-girlfriends was getting married. And she was like, I just don't want to deal with a man like you anymore. It's a man like you, I just can't deal with. But she was marrying a guy that was a shorter version.
Just like him.
He was just a shorter version of him.
He was bad as hell.
But the writing on there and the comedic timing and everything on there is really, really good. And I really enjoyed it. I went through it kind of quickly. But when it's good, you go through it and you just enjoy it, and you just keep going and be like, damn, can't wait for the next season. But not sure what else he's doing. Did you look up and see if he's doing anything next? Because I know he just did his show, but he normally goes through like some writing or whatever like that. But I didn't see anything that he was doing recently. I mean, right after this. Did you see anything like that, Ben?
No, I haven't.
So, but overall, it once again, it ended with him with a bad relationship and not having another damn job. So, which was crazy. But then his parents was mad at him too, because he finally told them that he wasn't praying and he eats pork.
Well, he didn't tell his parents that, but you know he do.
Yeah, well, he just said he doesn't pray, and his mom was, no, I think he did. Remember when he kind of told them when they was at the house together, and she was mad as hell at him.
But no, I mean, I'm looking to see if he's doing anything, and I don't see nothing.
No, I don't. But he could be focused on his TV series. You know what I mean?
No, I mean, you're right. I mean, he got a show. He don't need to do nothing else. He's, like you said, concentrate on his show. But no, I don't see him doing anything else.
No. So he has another TV series. He plays the animated series. It says Tales from the Radiator Springs. His name is Mike. So I guess that's out, but he's on one episode there. And
His
then,
girl is getting a look like she's getting a show.
Which one is that?
She's getting the Chi. They got her as the creator.
The who?
They said creator. It's called the Chi. The Chai. CHI.
Oh, the Chi. The Chi or whatever. Yeah, It depends on who you talk to.
Yeah, it's a story of a young African American male coming of age.
Okay. So he's writing 2 new projects. He something called Let's Do This. 2 guys hit the road working for a motivational speaker company. So him and some guy called Jason Wooliner, they're writing it together.
Yeah,
so.
she wrote this. She's the writer for this show, and they got several other directors directing it.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Dave Rodriguez, Tanya Hamilton. I can't pronounce the other people's names, but yeah, she got a lot of people directing it.
Yes, next year, 10 episodes. So she's the creator.
But where is it going to be at, though? She got 10 episodes. I hope it's going to be on Netflix.
And it's a drama. It's not a comedy. So what makes it interesting? Oh, Dave Rodriguez is somebody else.
There's 6 other people in there.
Yeah, it's a lot of black directors and women directors. Tanya Hamilton, Zetna Fuentes, and Roxanne Dawson. So she has a couple of women that's actually writing it with her. She did 1 episode on Massive Nun. What? So the 1 episode she did last year, she got an award for too.
Yeah, that's the one I said she won for that one. Yeah, I remember that.
Interesting. So, but anyway, very good TV series on Netflix. Netflix is still coming out with some amazing shit. So The Crown is coming back on too. We saw the first one. Once we see the second one, maybe we'll do a review on that. But I highly enjoyed the first one. I just thought that was so good.
Yeah, and I mean, I love the fact it's true to how the story is going.
Yeah, kind of historically, they put in as much truth to the matter. I mean, they embellished a lot of shit, but majority of it, if you start reading about how they developed it and all, they had to actually ask the Queen and everyone, could they or would they be allowed to put in certain things? Yeah, which I thought was really amazing too.
And see, I grew up, in the Bahamas. In the Bahamas, learning about the monarchy. Learning about all of this, knowing this stuff, and how they became independent. So a lot of people don't know that they were going broke. The British,
yeah, because that's why they had to let places go.
Yeah, all those islands.
You just can't own fucking countries.
Yep, and that's where it came down to. But a lot of people don't know the historic.
Yeah, the history, because again, we're Americans. We're Americans. So Americans, we don't care about the British. Yeah. We revolted against the British.
Yeah, we got some issues.
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
That's just another story.
Yes,
but
it is.
Master of None, not even looking at last year's, but what would you rate this year's series?
Oh, it's high. It's high. I really enjoyed this series. I gave it a 9.
Wow.
Really? Yeah, I told you it's gonna be high. He is so funny and so good, and I just totally enjoyed it.
So the reason why I said wow is because that's exactly what I said. I said it's a 9. That goes into the Arrested Development.
Yes.
The Curb Your Enthusiasm. Those shows I will definitely see over and over and It's Sunny in Philadelphia. So all of that is just totally. He's just funny. He does a good job. He does everything good about it. So, yeah, I have it as a 9. If you miss this show, you got a problem.
Yeah.
And you don't really want to see or hear comedy. The only other comedic one that competes with this is probably our show Atlanta. But we got to wait until next year for that. Danny Glover is one of the most ingenious, smart guys that actually has that same kind of feel of creating.
Yeah, because I saw it on Facebook. They're looking for extras for his show, Atlanta.
Yeah, so I think after he did I think that new Han Solo one is coming out, and he's on there. I think they finished filming, so he should be able to start filming.
Yeah, he started
the next season of
Atlanta.
Of Atlanta.
Yeah, he's already started. There's been all over Facebook. I'm like their
you followed him? Okay.
The Facebook page where they're looking for extras.
Right.
And they say looking for extras for Atlanta, and everybody's like, want to be an extra in Atlanta.
You're damn right. Why wouldn't you? But so next comedy series, and we forgot about. I didn't forget about it, but I think now that I cleared up a little something that we had, we can start seeing the second season of Insecure, because I think she got nominated for this year as well.
Yeah, she did.
Which is good. Yeah. So that tells me, thank goodness.
I don't think it was the Golden Globes.
It was something else. I'm not sure which one it was.
Yeah, I can't remember which one it was. Yeah.
It could be the SAG Awards again, but I'm glad she's getting credit for what she's doing, but she's really good. I'm looking forward to kind of trying to see her as well. But yeah, Master of None, Aziz Ansari. Aziz Ansari, smart guy, really clever guy, very ingenuitive in what he does. So worth to see. See season 1, see season 2. You can see season 2 on its own and go back and see season 1 and still enjoy it.
Yep, you sure could. It doesn't have.
It flows better.
Yeah,
but you can do without it. He made the seasons standalones. But when they said, what about your girlfriend? You'd be like, what girlfriend is he talking about? It's the girlfriend from the first season. But it doesn't linger on it. It's everything that he's doing now, as opposed to dragging in the stuff from the previous season. He doesn't really bring that to the forefront, other than the characters.
I mean, it doesn't even play into the first season.
So he's very good, very well done. And we got 9s. We haven't heard 2 9s ever. So that tells you, with our 2 different personalities, we knew we came together on this one. But anyway, Urban Lifestyle Cafe, this Netflix series, Master of None. Follow us on bougieblackbrother.com, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher. It was a couple of other ones that they've been seeing overseas, because there's a lot of people that follow us overseas, and I found there's an app that they use, which I found was pretty interesting, and I didn't know which one it was. So as I tried to look up and see what I can follow, the people who are really say, hey, who I'm going to follow and who can I support, well, I go with whichever platforms or whatever it is. But there's a couple of them, like iTunes and different ones from that. But yeah, so follow us and Bougie Black Bro, IG and Twitter, and find Black Woman, BLK, not the whole black, but the BLK, Coffee Women in Tech. And like I said, bougieblackbrother.com, Facebook, the Bougie Black Brother Network. And if you're sitting around and chilling, you can see our wine and a couple of our other podcasts and video podcasts on YouTube. So we try to upload them on there as well. So anything you got, Booby?
No, that's it.
So thanks for stopping by Urban Lifestyle Cafe, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.